was just recording songs. And I was at a party, and it was an art opening of this watercolor artist that I love, and a mutual friend was there, and he said, well, let's see if he would do your cover. So I started talking to the artist, and he said, well, what's the concept for the album? And it just like went through my mind. This song was basically about freeing myself. And so I thought it's about freeing up, and it's about freedom. And so I had this fleeting like picture of a bird flying, and that the cover would be it would like just catch the tip of one of the wings just before the bird was in full flight. So I said that to the artist, and he said, interesting, let's talk. And so I said, okay, great. So I got back in touch with the artist, and he was like, I'm too busy. Darn. But it was another like whole year before really I was ready to come up with a title even. And the swan is mentioned in a couple of songs, and then I started looking up what swans symbolize. There's so many things that the swan symbolizes that are really the heart of the song, heart of the album. And so I just played around with all these ideas around the swan, and finally it was the heart of the swan. Because the album is from my heart, I just started identifying with this theme of the swan. So my younger child, Rafa, is an artist, mostly a musician, but has always been incredibly gifted in visual art. And so I said, would you paint a drawing make a drawing for me for the cover? And they were like, yes, oh, I would love to. And I was so excited. So then we did the tiptoeing around, like, well, what's the deadline? Well, there isn't a deadline. Well, what should be in the painting? Well, I don't know. Do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to tell you? Do you want to tell me what? And we'd never worked like this together before. But finally, they just picked up these pastels. I sketched out the kind of setting that I wanted. I pictured myself reaching out to the swan, and the swan coming toward me. And that's about all I gave them, and this is what happened. And I just feel so in awe of my child Rafa for being able to paint this. This is a print, an art print of the pastel painting, and I just love it so much. And when I show it to people, most of the time it just takes their breath away. They can't even say anything. They're so moved. And that's what I want for the whole project.